Hey everyone, so today we are reducing adverb clauses. If you haven't seen the video about reducing adjective clauses, I recommend that you watch it before this one because, this one will be much easier if you already have the knowledge from the previous video. Okay? So let's see. Having dropped my ice cream, I feel depressed because I have dropped my ice cream. You see? Listening to you, I want to kill myself. Because I am listening to you, I want to kill myself. So we reduced it and we made it really neat, right? So let's see how to do that. After Marco goes running, he takes a shower. So you see, we have the same subject in both parts, and that's the important part. If we don't have the same subject, we cannot reduce anything, okay? So we can omit the subject in the subordinate clause, and once again, we make the verb gerund. Remember, reducing adjective clauses was very similar, right? Okay, after going running, Marco takes a shower. The same here, before we eat, we brush our teeth. Before eating, we brush our teeth. All right? Good. So, because Carolina was a nice person, she had many friends. You see, again, we omit the subject in the subordinate part, and the verb becomes a gerund. Being a nice person, she had many friends. You see here, we can omit because as well, because it is implied already, and we don't have to mention it. Now, here, we did have to mention after or before, because that's about time. And if we don't mention it, we don't really know if that action happened before or after, and that will be very confusing, okay? So if it is because or similar connectors, we can omit it. All right. What happens if we are dealing with perfect tenses? After they had picked up the kids, they went for ice cream. We should maintain the perfect tense there. So we have to make the verb have, or the auxiliary, in this case, the auxiliary have gerund. After having picked up the kids, they went for ice cream. Okay? So, having seen your school reports, I am extremely displeased because I have seen your school report. Before yelling at me, you should consider the reason I am failing. Before you yell at me. Okay? Let's practice. Since he was forced to pay the bills, Paco decided to rob a bank. Now, how would we reduce this one? So remember, since is like because, so we omit it. And the verb here, well, this is passive voice. So if you remember from the video about reducing adjective clauses, if it is passive voice, we only need the past participle. Forced to pay the bills, Paco decided to rob a bank. Okay? Woo. Well, let's see the next one. After he had developed the cure, the doctor decided to retire. Remember, this is past perfect. After having developed the cure. Very good. Okay? And what about here? Because they were sleeping in the corner, the kittens were not bothered by the noise. Sleeping in the corner, the kittens were not bothered by the noise. You see how short it gets suddenly? Isn't it beautiful? So, let's see if we can find mistakes here. When renting an apartment, a lease is signed by the tenant. So, is this okay? Remember, what was the first rule? We can reduce one part if the subject is the same. Now, the lease is a piece of paper. So here, it doesn't work, okay? A lease cannot be renting an apartment, right? No. What about number 2? While using the microwave, the roast got burnt. So again, this suggests that the roast was using the microwave. I haven't seen that, have you? So no, the roast cannot be using the microwave. Okay, having experienced a similar kind of situation, Ali was able to help. So Ali had experienced a similar situation and then she was able to help. So that's fine. Okay? Great. So thank you for that. We have reduced all the clauses possible and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.